sessions. Welcome to Orange Sessions. I am half of your host, Electro.
Yeah, I'm the other half, King. Hey, I'm Cisco.
And today we are here with three special guests. That guy,
This other guy.
and,
With your phone number?
Yeah.
And this other rando.
No, they have names. Florida. What do I? 347. Brandon and Walt. With 347.
Whoa, hold up. Repeat your name. What was it again?
KR74347.
KR74347. Yeah.
R2D2. All right. So yeah, today's discussion we're gonna be debating Marvel versus DC.
Marvel is better.
Marvel is better, sir.
Well, it's depending on the situation, though.
Marvel has great movies.
That's exactly. I agree with that.
DC
Has a better
has
TV
great
show.
shows.
Definitely,
But-
I agree with that.
But I'm not liking the CGI in all of the CW right now. The CW has too much CGI, and they
Too
need
much.
to
Yeah, too much.
do a little bit more better with when it comes to these stories. Because I'm not liking all the CGI they're doing in The Flash.
That's right.
That show is just pure CGI. Pure.
Too much
CGI.
CGI.
At this point.
The hardest
Marvel makes awesome movies. We gotta give a shout out to the Russo brothers.
That's right.
The
Russo.
Russo brothers finishing the Avengers Endgame, which is amazing.
Yep.
That was awesome.
All right, yeah.
Full of comedy, full of everything you wanted.
That's me clapping my cheeks.
Now,
Sir.
but I actually
we
have a
can't be doing
question.
that.
Who would be who in a fight? Can Thanos beat Anti-Monitor?
I don't know.
Because Anti-Monitor
yes,
is the
he
most.
can.
Because Anti-Monitor is the most powerful DC villain that there is.
so far.
So
No,
far.
So I mean, he's the most. No, even in the comics, he's the most. He's like one of the top of like all of the villains.
And in the comics, Thanos wiped out half the universe just to please Death.
And this guy basically wiped out he wiped out the multiverse. So there's nothing else out of the outside of that existence.
Crisis on Infinite Earths, we don't know how long that was. There could have been months. Whereas Thanos' snap, it took them 3 years to do something about it. Wait, not 3. I'm so sorry.
Five.
It took them 5 whole years.
5 whole
Okay.
years. 5 years.
All right, I have a question. Power-wise, who's better, Marvel or DC?
Marvel, obviously, of course.
Who is Marvel's most powerful superhero
It's
slash
debated.
supervillain?
Debated.
That's hard to say.
It's debated.
I mean, in Infinity
Captain
War,
Marvel.
Captain
All right.
America was-
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. Well, 3 guests and 1 host and another host. Okay, whatever. Can we all agree on 1, or make them at least 2? King, what's your thought?
Oh, you're gonna have to come back to me.
All right.
Let's have
King
one of our guests.
DD, what's your question? My fault. I don't know. 347. Yeah, that guy.
Okay, so is that more powerful, right?
Most powerful
Okay.
villains. Okay, most powerful hero. Let's start with heroes first.
Captain Marvel, right?
Captain
Which
Marvel.
one? Which one are we sticking with?
In
The
terms,
Marvel
of
or
the, in
DC?
terms of the MCU, she is the most powerful that they've introduced hero so far. She's very powerful, but I think she still has her. I think she still has like her disadvantages though. Because all she does is fly. Look at how quickly Thanos was able to
But she gets
take her down, and Thanos doesn't have real powers here. It's in the MCU. But in the comics, he has his own powers, his own like cosmic powers. I guess the Infinity Gauntlet just enhances.
Did you
that.
guys know that in Infinity War when he fought the Hulk, that was just pure strength for him?
It
He
is.
didn't,
Yeah.
use, yeah,
It
he
is
didn't
just
use
pure
he didn't use any Infinity Stones to fight him. That was just all him.
Yeah.
yeah.
And Hulk was, and actually, it's the fact that Hulk wasn't scared of Thanos. So according to the, according to the Russo brothers, it was actually just like he doesn't want to come out. He doesn't want to fight anymore. He's tired of fighting with Banner. He's trying to take control of the body. That's another thing. I don't like the Professor Hulk thing too much.
Professor
That-
Hulk,
Yeah.
he's a
I didn't
big
like that
boy.
too much. They need to.
makes
I
sense.
mean,
the
because
little kids in the movie hate him.
they need to put more use into. I mean, if they're gonna use him, I see how because they want to introduce him in the future, so that he could be a mentor to the younger Avengers in the future. That okay, I see that. But I was hoping for more when it came to Professor Hulk. I thought he was gonna have like his he still was gonna be smart but have like that bad awesome, strong like in the comics. He has his balance.
He hasn't mastered Hulk's
Yeah.
special ability.
And there's a
pure
part,
strength.
and there's a part of concept art where Hulk and Banner had like a conversation with each other. You know, trying to fighting over their body. You know, and they even have deleted footage of Black Widow finding Banner. And in his like a Professor Hulk state. You know.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that too much. So they gotta do more. They gotta do more with that. I don't know. Hope
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
more plans in the future.
I just really don't like how in Ragnarok, you know, Hulk became his own person. When he found his own identity, you know, he learned to be, you know, sort of start talking more, and then,
But he was funny.
and then just,
That was funny.
and then
He
in,
was funny.
and then in Infinity War, that was it. Like he was just gone. We didn't see him again.
Didn't even see a
I
proper
mean, because it's
ending.
Thanos that we're dealing with in that movie. You know, there's no. I don't think Hulk has a lot to express when it comes to that.
Yeah, he got his ass handed to him, and Hulk doesn't.
Because if you were hand down like in Hulk's shoes, what would you do? Are you really just gonna sit there and be
You're like,
"Oh,
I just take the L. I just take the L.
with Thor in Ragnarok. Like,
I just take that
Like,
L,
you know,
bro.
you're gonna go at him with all that you got.
champion
You know.
in Ragnarok. I just beat every warrior. And
That's another thing.
Exactly.
That's another thing. Who you think would have won in that fight? Thor and Hulk.
Oh, definitely
If
Thor.
it was-
I believe
because
Thor would've
Thor,
won. I believe
Thor
would've
took
won.
him down.
The
It's just that if it
radiation.
wasn't for this guy, I don't know, the Grandmaster,
Y-
using that,
yeah,
that
the
little
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
button.
That Grandmaster had like a taser on
Yeah,
Thor's
they
neck,
had-
and like right when Thor was about to go at him, he just activated it, and
Yeah.
then boom, Thor had the advantage.
Now they're gonna make a Thor 4 movie. I can't wait for that. Thor Love and Thunder. They're gonna introduce Natalie Portman as the
Okay,
female
now,
Thor.
that one I'm not happy about because, okay, well,
I have a big theory on that. To be honest, I think Black Widow was worthy of the hammer too, because she becomes Thor. She never lifts the hammer in Avengers Age of Ultron. She never does.
She never does, but
She never does because she said no, that's not a question that needs to be answered. But I think she's worthy.
but
So,
how is she
wield the
worthy
hammer.
if she always lives in a lie? Because she was always raised in like a Russian assassin who is
Mhm.
able to blend into anything, and it will be like living a lie because she always lives a lie. She's,
I mean, but look
she's
at
not
Captain-
trained to have human emotions.
I mean, look at
as
Captain
well.
America though. He used a serum to make him super strong. But is that what made him?
I
a
mean,
hero?
yeah, I mean,
True.
Is that
despite her keeping a lie, you know, she was loyal to whoever she worked for.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
especially,
also
especially
that
with
could also
Shield.
be proof that worthiness as well.
Yeah, it's the heart though. You know, I think it's more of a heart thing.
And plus,
Because Thor had a massive fall in Avengers
Yeah.
Endgame, and he was still worthy. Remember, I'm still worthy. After
Freaking-
that, all thing, that
Freaking
whole
drunk
thing.
ass.
Yeah, you really think a drunk person would be worthy, but no, Thor just happens to
It's
be.
just a heart.
It's just the heart. You know, I believe that she was worthy. They just didn't introduce that idea. Maybe they could do that in like a different sideshows or in the What If series that they're gonna make for the Disney Plus. What if Black Widow lifts the hammer? Because I heard that they're gonna do that What If series based on every like it's gonna have 22 episodes based off every movie that they did in the Marvel universe. That's gonna be cool. I can't wait for Marvel Zombies. That's gonna be great.
Oh man,
They're doing that.
that's gonna be epic.
I saw the trailer. You guys should check it out. It's awesome.
All right, so you said Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, yeah.
Brandon, you say Captain Marvel too?
I mean, I wouldn't call her the most. I'm gonna be honest. She is powerful, but I'm not gonna say she's the most powerful hero.
Who would you say is the most powerful?
In like MCU or like a
Like
Marvel in general.
from top of your head,
Oh man, you're gonna have to give me time for that.
Yeah,
There's a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch you could go with.
I do. Okay, well, first guy that comes to my mind is definitely Captain America. I mean, because back in Infinity War, when in the end they're all fighting Thanos, he actually managed to hold back Thanos' gauntlet, like even he wasn't even scared, like he just held it back, and that was just amazing. And then in Endgame realized, boom, he could wield Thor's hammer, like.
Yeah.
How about you, Chris?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I don't know.
How about you, Electro?
This is just giving me for now.
For me, I'll have to say Ant-Man because he's like underrated, to be honest. He could literally go as small into as atoms if he really wanted to, then grow as a freaking giant.
But there's a disadvantage to him though. You know, he can't always control that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that was
Oh, yeah, you
weird.
can't stay giant
He's
forever.
having problems with that right now. He's trying to learn because what I'm noticing, like with the movies, even in the comics, is he's trying to balance himself. You know, it's not about being because being big or small. You gotta really learn how to control that
Yeah.
where you go, yo.
Actually, you know what? I think I got to change my answer to it being Iron Man. Because you think about it, all the great ideas, it was all inspired by Iron Man. Like, Iron Man was actually the one who came up with time travel in the first place.
Yeah, true.
He
He
was
has like an infinite inventory of suits as well.
That is true.
He does have.
He would have had way more if he hadn't blow up all his suits in Iron Man 3.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Way
true.
more. He blew up so much, bro. So much. I think he did that for Pepper, but for no reason. Because then after that, they had like a little separation in Civil War. You know.
It would have been nice if they would have introduced that antimanium suit, the liquefied one.
The adamantium.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
They
if-
say that that's stronger than vibranium.
it is
Because that's another. Now that actually leads me to this question: what was Thanos' sword made out of? Because for some
Oh, yeah.
some people say that was just his strength, and
No.
others say that was like that. It was either vibranium too, or if it was like adamantium.
No, I don't think it was vibranium because because
It has to be adamantium.
because vibranium. Okay, it technically did come from space. It was a meteor that just fell from space. So you know that can
So he
you
just
know,
discovered
yeah.
the metal.
Yeah, so that was the sword could have been made of vibranium. It could have been made of anything else. Like vibranium is still alien metal. So
Yeah, true.
My theory is that he made this guy from Infinity War make it for him. Eitri, that giant.
Could-
Oh, yeah.
My theory is
Yeah.
that he made it for him. Because
Could
there's
be a
no
theory.
way that a weapon like that can exist. He's just gonna make it by himself.
True.
And did you guys know that his sword was also the way he thought about life?
Balance.
They're like
Yeah.
both sides perfectly balanced.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
They're gonna introduce more of that. They're gonna go into like Thanos' backstory and then the phases as they go by. They still have plans for Thanos. They say that he's an Eternal
True.
in the MCU. They say that they're gonna show you how he became like this tyrant.
And plus we still don't know what happens when someone gets dusted. Like they could end up in the soul world, they can end up somewhere else. Like
That's something else to think about too.
It's
Like,
also
they never show you them like in the soul world or anything like that.
Mhm.
The comics, that's what it is. But
It is.
in here, it's you don't know in the MCU if they ended up in the soul realm. A lot of people say they did, and there's a possibility because you do see like a deleted scene of Iron Man speaking with his older daughter in the soul realm. I don't know if that's when they're dead, when they're both dead, or they're alive or something. But depends. And I know that Thanos got to speak with baby Gamora, small Gamora, too in the soul realm, and she was dead, so she
Yeah,
probably
she was,
was. They probably were there.
DC best superhero.
wow.
I don't care what anybody says. I'll go with Batman. I don't care what anybody
Oh,
says.
yeah.
Batman,
Oh, yeah.
Batman.
You say Batman?
Definitely Batman. Like
I
Batman.
agree with that
Batman.
because he's been around a lot of heroes and he knows
Yeah.
he's trained in every. He has mastered all the martial arts.
He has
Everything.
traveled all the martial
He's
arts.
mastered.
Yeah.
He knows the weaknesses and of all the. Justice
Like
League.
when he meets every hero, he studies them thoroughly. Like
He's
like
not
a,
gonna- he's
he's a
obvious-
master detective, to be honest.
And he's
Yeah.
obviously not gonna tell them that their secrets and like,
exactly. He's
you
not
know,
gonna tell them their
he's not
weaknesses
gonna-
and all that.
do that.
And the next person to take his line of work will be his son,
Which one? The Robin?
his
Because
blood,
he
blood,
has
his blood son.
Damien?
Damien Abdul.
Yeah, Damien Al Ghul. It'll be Damien Wayne, Damien Al Ghul.
Yeah.
Damon Wayne Al Ghul. I'll say he'll be. Everybody say he's the best Robin, which is also true. But he will be a better Batman when he grows into it.
Yeah.
Trained in the martial arts and everything.
I can't wait for the Flashpoint movie they're coming out because I think they
Yeah.
have this guy that plays as the Vulture. I think he's gonna play as the Batman from Thomas Wayne
Yeah.
from the Flashpoint. I wanted to see that. You know how that's gonna go. That's gonna be awesome.
Definitely will be awesome.
Because Batman. I don't know.
Well, I was gonna say, I really am excited to see the Snyder cut. Like apparently we're about to see Darkseid in that movie, so I'm not sure if that's gonna be like the new Justice League that continues on for the DCEU, or whether that's just something that Snyder just wanted to make and then get out of the way. But but if it is gonna be part of the DCEU, I'm actually pretty curious to see how that turns out.
They gotta be careful with that though, because I mean, you saw that the crossover Crisis on Infinite Earth, Ezra Miller's Flash crossover with Barry Allen Flash from the CW.
And also
I don't get that. You know?
they also showed that that in that episode is actually that part what inspires Ezra's Flash to call himself the Flash.
The Flash. But what was going on in that moment? Where were they? That's what
they're
I don't
both in
get.
the Speed Force, but Barry said that because the multiverse was wiped away, it wasn't even possible for him to be in there.
But that was a mistake, because being in there with Oliver's energy, well, Spectre's energy melts down the Speed Force.
True.
That's why the Speed Force died.
So what do y'all think is the worst villain?
The worst villain.
The worst villain is
wow.
about
Okay,
to
let's.
worst-
Worst villain in what concept? As in,
Yeah,
Like-
there's
like-
1990 villains that are like awful.
So it would say like it would take like the whole Justice League to take down. I'll say like
The worst villain.
I would say Doomsday.
The worst villain.
Doomsday or if not that.
I mean, he did a
Darkseid.
lot of damage though. Doomsday.
Doomsday
He
and
killed
Darkseid,
Superman.
those two
Yeah.
are the hardest ones.
Oh, Darkseid.
Darkseid's
Darkseid, he's worse.
Darkseid.
Laser-eyes.
It's a fun fact in the comics. They actually took every Superman from different Earths to take him down, and it wasn't enough.
Telling you.
Yo, like imagine 5 Supermans versus Darkseid, nothing happens.
Plus, Darkseid is like what, a god, demigod?
I don't know what he's actually. In the comics, Darkseid is actually a girl. Darkseid is a girl.
Hey,
one
hey,
of
question.
the daughters.
Alright, question. Would we also consider Superman to be a villain at some times?
We could also
Depends,
consider,
yeah. Yeah, there's
Okay,
a
yeah.
lot of times where they had to face them. The Justice League.
Because well, I'm sure we
as
both play-
of,
yeah,
as,
sure,
as
yeah.
of we are right now in the comics
Yeah.
wise, I'll say yeah, Superman could be considered as a villain because he killed the Joker and he started killing mad people.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure we've all either read the Injustice comics or played the Injustice games. Like yeah, I'm sure we all see that Superman sort of just loses it, and then just starts killing people like even probably even innocent people if that's what he has to do.
Yep. People have to do lots of things they didn't want to do. Killed Green Arrow.
Green.
Yeah,
He was always destined to die, though. I know. Green Arrow.
I don't really like the Superman in the CW shows, like, you know.
Yeah,
He's not really as
Superman.
yes,
You know
Superman.
who did a
as-
great-
He's not really a Superman.
Brandon Roth did a great job, though. The one that plays the
Yes,
Diablo.
yes,
he
he
did a
did.
great. He was the original Superman too. He
Yes.
was amazing. He
Yeah.
did amazing.
Green Lantern is the best DC there is. The best.
Green.
Well, I mean, well,
Whoa.
the movie was the movie
The
was
movie
the
was
outside.
trash.
That
The
ring
movie
runs
was
out of
trash.
energy. Boy, wait. No, that's something I have to. We gotta discuss.
Green Lantern is like the
John
most.
Diggle, in the end of Lantern,
Oh,
at the end of
yeah,
the Green
oh,
Arrow,
yeah.
finds the ring. Now he goes from being Sparta to becoming Green Lantern, because that was his hero name, Sparta, something like that. I don't know, Spartan.
Because I think I read somewhere that John Diggle didn't exist before in the comics until they. I mean, like his character was just like he was just created for the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I guess they couldn't make him the.
There
the
is
Green
a
Lantern.
lantern that is called John, but I forget his last name though. So I don't know. That's what they're going towards. Supposedly him and Flash become like best friends. They're like best friends in the comics.
They are.
Flash and Green Lantern. So I don't know if they're gonna do that because Green Lantern, Green Arrow, and Flash were best friends. You know. So let's see. Cisco. I'm trying to see if he's trying to find like if he's trying to get his powers back somehow.
Oh, and also I'm so glad. Also for Green Arrow, the show. They were clearly just okay. That was clearly like the Batman storyline.
Yeah.
Like seriously, so many villains that they introduced in that show is just those were all Batman villains.
Prometheus was awesome. I like that one. Prometheus is really cool. I think they got that part, the Prometheus really well, you know. And that ending was crazy when they blew up on Lian-Yu, the island.
Oh, yeah.
That was crazy.
Saddest death in all superhero, DC and Marvel.
Saddest
Saddest
death.
death.
Iron Man's death.
Iron Man was
Iron
emotional.
Man.
Iron Man, my eyeballs came off.
Oh my!
Yeah, my eyeballs
I have
came
to say
off.
Iron Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Man.
The Avengers eyeballs.
Black Widow, somewhat, it was emotional.
Kind of
Somewhat.
emotional.
Yeah,
Somewhat,
kind of
you know, it
emotional.
didn't make me cry, you know.
Like Iron Man.
Didn't even make me sweat, but.
Yeah, I mean, like with Black Widow's death, they sort of like tried to get us prepared for it. Like even she knew that one of them had to make the jump to get the Soul Stone, whereas Iron Man, like,
But that would never
Like,
make
like-
sense because you know that this guy Hawkeye was gonna train his daughter, so there wouldn't be no mentor for her to become the next Arrow. Because I forgot what Kate Bishop, I think that's that's the name of his daughter. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
so-
saddest. There's someone else.
Saddest.
says
death.
that
There's
we're talking about DC or Marvel, right?
Both.
now. Okay.
Oh, so we didn't pick
Saddest
DC.
death in
DC,
in
DC.
Well,
There's
I
not
mean,
many.
well, I mean, Oliver died twice, so
The saddest
you know,
deaths are the movies I thought that were good.
Wait, we're gonna be talking about saddest death. Are we gonna be talking about movies or comics or just in general?
In general.
In general,
Yeah.
I know in the
saddest
comics
death.
a lot of people say that. I mean, this is just something. I'm not saying it's correct, but a lot of people, a lot of people don't like Harley Quinn.
What?
I mean, her death
Oh.
because she died in the comics, and a lot of people have like a big thing for that.
To me,
It's
the
not
saddest,
emotional, but
the saddest death would have to be Shazam. I'll have to say Shazam.
Superman is not too much for me. To be honest with you.
Superman can go to hell.
Superman, because he's always
Superman can go to
he's
hell.
always resurrecting, you know.
Yeah, you can always,
He's
you
always-
can always just come back.
He's always coming back to life.
I have to say Shazam.
DC, I don't know. There's not too. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Oliver's death wasn't too emotional for me.
Yeah, I mean, he died twice.
He died
so-
twice. Like, and then they put him in what the Lazarus pit, something like that. And
Yeah, he died once. They tried to resurrect him, and then next thing you know, they try to receive his.
Yo,
try to get his soul
I thought
back,
he-
and then
Yeah,
They
he
did that for
basically
Alfred too.
he basically
And
just
he's
went to
not
sleep.
normal anyways.
He basically looked like he was going to sleep. Like, guys, look to you.
Yeah.
All right. So, any concluding remarks that we all want to say?
Marvel Marvel TV shows are trash, and the DC movies are trash. as
I'm
well.
looking forward.
I don't know what's going on with them, but
We gotta
they need to fix this up.
we gotta really we gotta do like how you call it, discussion soon on Blade.
Comics and what the
They're
big
doing- they're
boss
making a
is
Blade
Marvel,
movie.
but since
Oh, yeah, I heard
Marvel
about
movies
that.
Are the real stuff? Marvel is better than DC.
True.
Yes, it
They're
is.
making a Blade movie, guys. I can't wait for that. A new
Can't
one.
wait- I can't wait for that too.
I can't wait to see MCU's adaptation of that. You know that's gonna have comedy. They're gonna make a Fantastic Four movie.
You hope
Yeah.
this one will be a lot better than whatever Sony tried to do.
Yeah. No, that other movie they made was awful. That's a little opinion. You can have that.
I even told that before to one of my friends. Like the thing not wearing pants. Like
That was disgusting.
I knew right there. Like no,
Yeah.
that doesn't work.
Doom was awful.
I so thought in the trailer Doom was gonna be from that planet where they got their powers. Like
Yeah. I like the old Fantastic Four that they came
Oh,
out.
yeah,
That
yeah.
one was good. That was alright.
Mhm.
Yeah, Johnny was good and everything.
Johnny was actually Chris Evans, the Captain America. That's cool.
All right. So.
wow, look at that.
I-
Chris Evans and Michael B. Jordan both played Human Torch,
Yo.
and now, and then they both ended up working in the MCU.
And Michael B. Jordan
Hey.
wanted to
Yeah,
play as
Doug is scared.
he wanted to play as Superman.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan wanted to play as Superman.
Did you hear about that? Yeah,
I don't think that would have worked out.
I mean,
Maybe.
maybe.
That's cool, but I don't think that would have worked out. I don't know.
Yeah, all right, guys.
Yeah, I keep
We're not,
interrupting me.
we're not shooting a movie, all right? We don't have that much production going on, all
Although,
right, guys?
sorry. Although I do think this is a pretty good length instead of the other videos. I do think this is a pretty good length in discussion wise. But this is Electro and King signing
Oh,
off.
by the way, Cisco, I
Yes.
still don't forgive you for blowing me up back in GTA 5.
I don't give two